Could the real world in the Matrix also be a simulation? If Neo can see code outside the simulated world, what does that mean for reality itself? Hi everyone, I'm Neutrinium, and welcome to a new episode of Physics and Philosophy. Today, we're tackling this mind-bending question by diving into both the science and philosophy of the Matrix universe. We'll explore the simulation hypothesis, quantum physics, and arguments for and against the idea that reality itself might be one giant simulation. Let's start with the science. One popular idea is the simulation hypothesis, proposed by philosopher Nick Bostrom. It argues that a technologically advanced civilization could run highly detailed simulations, so advanced that the beings inside wouldn't realize they're in one. If that's true, reality might be layered, a simulation within a simulation, much like the Matrix implies. Now, physics offers a couple of ideas to support this. 1. Quantum indeterminacy. In quantum mechanics, particles don't have fixed states until observed. Some scientists speculate this randomness could hint at processing limits in a simulation. If our world behaves like code, maybe it is code. 2. The holographic principle. This theory suggests the universe might be a projection of information encoded on a lower dimensional boundary. Could Neo's reality, and ours, be a holographic projection? Now, let's switch to philosophy. The Matrix challenges our understanding of reality, drawing heavily from Descartes' evil demon thought experiment and Plato's allegory of the cave. Both ask a similar question: how do we know what's real? If our senses can be fooled, as they are in the Matrix, can we ever be certain of reality? In the films, if Neo can perceive the underlying code outside the Matrix, it suggests that what he thought was the real world might also be a deception, another layer of control. Here are two compelling clues that the real world in the Matrix might be a simulation. 1. Neo sees code in the real world. In the Matrix Revolutions, after Neo is blinded, he still perceives the world around him, but in glowing lines of golden code. This ability to see the underlying structure of reality suggests that even the real world might be built on a digital framework. 2. The architect's experiments. In The Matrix Reloaded, the architect reveals that Neo isn't the first one, there have been many iterations before him. Each version of the Matrix produced a different Neo, and each time, the system failed in some way. This sounds a lot like an experiment. Run a simulation, observe the outcomes, tweak the parameters, and try again. If the machines are running repeated experiments to achieve the perfect balance of control, the real world could be part of that larger simulation framework. Each cycle of failure might be a reset to test a new hypothesis, making the entire experience, from the Matrix to the supposed real world, one vast, nested simulation. 3. Neo's powers in the real world. One of the strongest hints that the real world in the Matrix might also be a simulation is Neo's ability to stop the Sentinels in what's supposedly the real world. This moment is pivotal. It suggests that the so-called real world operates under rules similar to the simulated Matrix, hinting it could be yet another layer of simulation. But there are good reasons to believe the real world in the Matrix isn't a simulation. 1. Neo's unique connection. Neo is an anomaly, a bridge between humans and the machine source. His abilities could be a result of his unique programming rather than evidence of another simulation. 2. The machine war history. Supplementary material like the Animatrix shows a clear distinction between the Matrix and the real world, providing detailed history about how the machines subjugated humanity. If the real world were another simulation, why create such a complex backstory? So, is the real world in the Matrix also a simulation? The films leave us with more questions than answers, which is exactly the point. Whether you lean toward physics, philosophy, or a bit of both, one thing is clear. Reality is always worth questioning. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Could our reality be a simulation? Let's keep the conversation going. See you next time.